Away from all the craziness of the Champions League, it's back to the Premier League for the weekend. Round 24 is just around the corner. And as usual, we've got the best predictions for all the action happening in this game week. Getting straight into the action, Victor, what are your best straight win selections?
I've got Sunderland at 180 at home against Burnley. I know 180, but I feel like it's this high because of their away form. Because if you look at Sunderland at home, they've been very good. In fact, they are the only unbeaten team at home in the Prem this season. Burnley away are as bad as they are anywhere. 7 losses in their last 10 trips. They've only beaten Wolves on the road in the Prem this season, which does not say much. And they drew against Bournemouth and Liverpool, which again doesn't really say much because neither of those are very good either. I think Sunderland will have too much for them to handle. I've also got Arsenal at 157 over Leeds. I feel like it's good value, but it's trending downwards at the moment. So grab it while it's there. It will probably settle around 153 thereabouts, which is still not bad. Yes, Leeds have been decent in recent weeks, but Arsenal are too strong for them. I'm not going with a handicap because I'm not expecting a procession, but a narrow-ish win is definitely doable for Arteta here. And Max, I know you're listening. You're going to hate me for this. Double chance of draw or Fulham to win over Man United, 240. I admit this one's more of a gut feeling, but I'm getting Liverpool around 2011 vibes from United right now. They show up against the biggest teams and then they cock up against the lesser sides, with all due respect to Fulham. Besides, 165-ish for United at home, alarm bells are ringing.
Interesting selections. I've got 3 straight win selections as well, and one of them also falls in the same one you mentioned. Arsenal to beat Leeds away from home. Mikel Arteta, as we expected, rested a lot of players in midweek, and he's going to have the complement of a full squad to select from against Leeds. And just like you said, Victor, I think Arsenal will be too strong for them. I've also got Chelsea to beat West Ham at 1.56. Chelsea are playing at home against West Ham. Yes, West Ham can be something of a yo-yo team. They perform when you don't expect them to, but I don't think they'll be able to cause Chelsea much problems at this stage. The third one is more or less just it's not really bold, but City to beat Spurs. City to beat Spurs away from home. Yeah, Spurs might be City's boogie team in recent seasons, but their home record this season is just atrocious. It's something something you can't even write home about. And given that City still have their eyes on the title, I'm sure they would go guns blazing in that one. So I expect City to win as well. Moving forward, Victor, your best goal market selections.
I've got 3.5 plus for Liverpool v Newcastle. It's at 250. This game usually brings the goals. 3 of the last 4 head-to-heads in the Prem gave us at least 4 goals, and I see a repeat here. There's also BTTS for Brighton v Everton at 172. It's a bit high, this, considering that 4 of each team's last 5 fixtures ended with BTTS. It strikes me as very good value. I don't think it will be a goal fest, but both letting in a goal at least is pretty much a distinct possibility for me. And I've also got Wolves versus Bournemouth, 2.5 plus at 180. I think this one's going to be the spectacle we did not know we needed. I think Bournemouth's last 5 games brought a total of like 21 goals. Wolves have finally played some decent football in recent weeks. I would even consider going 3.5 plus here, but I'm trying to keep things reasonable.
Interesting. For my goal market selections, I've also got Liverpool v Newcastle. I think we are going to see a decent amount of goals, and also because I think BTTS would happen in that game as well. So at least 3 goals should land. Also the same for Tottenham v City. I expect City to win in my opinion, but I think Spurs will still be able to score and maybe even score 2, who knows. But like that game should bring a decent amount of goals like we've seen historically. And then the third one for me is Wolves with Bournemouth. I just think like both of them are just sort of chaotic at the moment. And just like how you mentioned, Bournemouth's last 5 games seem to have produced the goods. And I think it will happen once again in this one. Anyways, moving forward, your best player to score selection, Victor.
Ekitike, 240. There's no good reason not to back him. He's been very good. He's been one of the season's few bright spots for Liverpool. And let's face it, if he doesn't start, who does? Isak is out. Gakpo is not a striker. Salah is needed on the right. Just back Ekitike and take the push if somehow Schlott rests him, which I think is unlikely given the opponent. Maybe he would have rested him if it was Wolves or Burnley, but not against Newcastle. I've also got Merino to score or assist against Leeds, 280. He was suspended against Kairat, and I expect him to start here. He has not played many full games lately, but I think he definitely starts here. I would start him if I were the coach. It's a fresh player with something to prove, especially now that Havertz is back with a bang. Merino will want to show up as well. I'm backing him to contribute. And I'm also going with Brian Brobby for Sunderland against Burnley at 275. He's got 3 goals in the last 5 appearances, and he's been playing decently. He's turned up. I don't think he gets benched here. He scored twice in the last 2 games, and anyone can score against Burnley. Why not him, right?
Fair enough. For me, I've got Ekitike as well, actually, because I think he's actually one of the most impressive forwards that were signed in the summer. He's actually one of the most impressive so far, and he has managed to be consistent enough. So I think he should be able to find the back of the net. I also got Haaland. I mean, anybody can score against Spurs these days. And when it's Haaland, of course, Haaland is Haaland. And then for Arsenal, I've got Gyökeres because Leeds tend to not remember that, with all due respect, they are not a big side. So they always stick to their mentality of going at everyone. And even in the reverse picture, Gyökeres backed the brace. And if Leeds come out to play again, I think Gyökeres might have, a chance to score 1 or 2, something like that. And then finally, I've got Enzo Fernandez for Chelsea against West Ham. And the reason is just simply because Chelsea seem to have been getting a truckload of penalties over the past couple game weeks. And I think Fernandez is just going to get another one and score another one this weekend. So maybe
Yeah, I
even
hear
one
you.
to
That one
consider for
makes sense.
FPL. Yeah, maybe even something to consider for FPL, but yeah, we'll see. And on the final note, Victor, any bold opportunity to take advantage of?
I'm going back to the Sunderland v Burnley game, and I'm backing Enzo Lefebvre to score or assist at 280. You could consider just scoring outright. It's over 4. He's Sunderland's designated free kick taker and penalty taker as well for the most part. And I think pricing him this high at 280 for a goal contribution against a side who often give away penalties and silly free kicks and dangerous positions, it's a good opportunity. So either to score or assist for 280 or to score outright, I think 450 or 460, somewhere along those lines.
Interesting. For me, the bold opportunity, it's not really bold, but I think Spurs would score at least 2 goals against City. Whether or not they get something, I don't know. But I think Spurs have it in them to score 2 goals against Manchester City. City's defense has not really been the best as well. And I'm backing Spurs to defy their recent home form and actually turn up in this one. Though in my head, I still think City would win, though. Second one is Chelsea v West Ham. Yes, everything points easily to a Chelsea win. But I think West Ham can upset, all odds and maybe double chance, get a draw. Maybe get a draw in that game. Just a bold one. I would not tell anybody to go for this, but it's just a gut feeling that West Ham can cause problems in that game. I mean, it's still London side, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I'll advise everyone to do their due diligence, especially when it comes to the bold, especially when it comes to the bold selections. Anyways, but of course, these are our best predictions for round 24, and as usual, we'll be sure to see how we performed after all the game weeks action.